Okay, welcome back. In the last video, we looked at a one-sided proportion test. What we're looking at now is a two-sided proportion test. For the end of quarter 3, we're going to look at a review of one-sided and two-sided proportion test to get us more prepared for these ideas. In quarter 4, which is next week, we're going to look at some sample means problems, which is very similar, but there's one or two things different, which is not too bad though. Let's just look at this example here to review two-sided significance testing. So the proportion of smokers who graduated college was 22%. A researcher wonders if this is still the case. The researcher surveys a simple random sample of 785 college graduates, and 153 are smokers. What conclusion can the researcher make? All right. So let's check a null hypothesis here. All right. So the null hypothesis again is our status quo. So that's p equals 0.22, because that's the given value from the problem. The alternative, for this example, we're not sure if it's one-sided or two-sided because there's no clear designation, so we can just do not equal to. So the p is not equal to 0.22. Okay, so from that we can do our p hat. So our n from the problem was 785. The proportion that were smokers of that 785 was 153. As a decimal, that'll be 195, so 0.195 is our decimal. So what we're going to do here is calculate our z-score. So our alpha given was 0.05. So we need to calculate a z-scores area that's less than alpha in order to reject the null hypothesis here. And our null hypothesis is p is equal to 0.22. So we're not going to check the 3 criteria here, but on your own you can check those criteria just to make sure that works out. But it will work out when you check those criteria. So I just ask you to do that on your own just to verify that's true, but that will work out. All right, so our z-score is p hat minus p naught. That's the same z-score as the last example we saw, is p naught times 1 minus p naught over n. All right, so when we punch in our values here, let's do another slide. All right, so we already calculated our p hat from earlier, which is 0.195. The p naught value was 0.22. That's our null hypothesis value. All right, so then we do our p-value. 1 minus our p-value is 0.78, and over 785, that's going to equal negative 1.69. All right, let's use a different color now. Okay, let's try that one. All right, so we have a two-sided test here. So we have 2 values for our area. Now, what we want to do here is find the z-score area on the left side. So we want to check the left side z-score area. So if we look at our table for a z-score value of negative 1.69. What we're going to get is 0.0455. That would correspond to that value right there. Since it's a two-sided test, we have to multiply that z-score by 2 to get our p-value. When we multiply that by 2, we get 0.091. So 0.091, let's not do this again. All right, no more Johnny Appleseed quotes. All right, so our p-value is 0.091. So we saw earlier that the researcher chose an alpha of 0.05. Our p-value that we just calculated is greater than alpha, so we can fail to reject the null hypothesis here. It looks like the smoking habits have not changed. All right. Practice your worksheet. That's going to be due on Friday. And if you have any questions, please let me know.